All right, everyone. Good to be back in the Spark. Good to see you. Hope you've missed me. I've missed you. So we're going to install the Megan Racing Kit on the rear of our Chevy Spark EV, aka the electric turd. It is too bad that the Megan Racing Kit for the Spark EV doesn't match up spring-wise with the Ice Spark. Okay, so we're going to take a look here at the My Chevy Spark EV site. And on that site, down the page of the third page, 8-inch long, we've got a 2.5-inch ID spring from Eibach. Lower seat for the Spark EV, and that's where this comes in, but then I can't really find anything on this ground control site. We're gonna need a 3/4 for the lug nuts. Okay, we're gonna need a pass-through for the freaking top mount, so you can get in there with a 6mm and hold the top. Then you're gonna need a 9/16 drill bit, drill out the lower mount. Then we're gonna need a 21mm for the lower mount bolt. And then we're gonna need a 14 for the top mount bolt. I forgot, you're gonna need the smaller adjustment rod for the strut. The dampening adjusters are specific to the front and rear, but if you've lost them already, they are just a hex key. Hello everyone, SVTWRC channel. This is part 2 to the long-awaited Megan Racing rear strut install for the Chevy Spark EV. Here we go. First thing you want to do is support this crossbeam. It will fall once you loosen this bolt and these two top 18mm. So this bolt is a 21mm. After you remove this bolt, the suspension will sag, and that's why you wanted to have that jack stand there. This bolt is an EV only bolt. This is for the extra heft and weight of the battery pack. If you're going to be brave and remove this top mount, which I highly suggest against, you're going to use a 6mm to hold this, and you're going to need a pass-through socket with a 15mm. Hold the 6mm and then loosen it up with the pass-through. I just bought new mounts. I figured new struts, so new mounts. To assemble the strut to be put in the car, you want the white isolator boot, you want the black coiled boot, and then the spacer. There's a 14mm nut up on top. Next, it's time to charge up your drill batteries. Remember that Spark EV only bolt? Well, guess what? It doesn't fit in the Megan Racing kit. If you're like me, all you have is Harbor Freight bits, you're going to get a 9/16 and sit there all day drilling it out. The springs is where the whole entire kit fails for the EV versus the Ice Spark. The stock EV springs are already upgraded for the extra battery weight. That combined with the fact that the stock EV spring is better than the Megan Racing kits. The mounts don't even fit, so the stock EV spring is going to be left. Next, we're going to need to drill a hole on the upper mount so we can adjust the struts. In the hatch area, there's a couple options that you have, but you're going to want to drill a small hole just north of those 3 circles that form a triangle. If you were to lower the car somehow, you can spin the bottom blue section in order to make the length that you require. It reinstalls just how you removed it. Do the two 18mm and then the one 21mm at the bottom. If you're having trouble lining that up, you can use a jack on the torsion bar to raise up the suspension in order to meet that hub. Double check that everything is tight and tighten up that collar especially with the supplied smallest collar tool. Now you can enjoy all 4-corner adjustable struts. Just next level for an EV car, if you ask me. Now, everyone let me know if you want to see how I did this ridiculous foamectomy that turned this into a real bucket bottom seat. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe and hit me a like and let me know that you want to see this, how this was done, because this is some really cool stuff. I've retained the seat heater and put myself a couple inches into this seat. It's like a real deal bucket seat now.